So remember when Donald Trump was bragging about how easy it was going to be to end the war between Russia and Ukraine? Remember how he basically said what equated to, I'm going to give Vladimir Putin a phone call, I'm going to tell him to stop, and he's going to stop. And before you try to say he didn't say any of this, I'm going to show you the video of him saying that he would end the war before he even became president. That it was going to be so easy that he would end it when he was president-elect.
With that being said, I want to get the war settled. I know Zelensky very well, and I know Putin very well. I have a good relationship, and they respect your president, okay? They respect me. They don't respect Biden. How would you respect him? Why? For what reason? He hasn't even made a phone call in 2 years to Putin, hasn't spoken to anybody. They don't even try and get it. That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. If I win, when I'm president-elect, and what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, I'll get them together. That war would have never happened. And in fact, when I saw Putin after I left, unfortunately left because our country has gone to hell.
My God, remember how Republicans ran with this shit and the ignorant ass MAGAs believed it? Remember how every one of us with a brain was saying, he is simplifying complex issues and there is no way he's going to be able to stop this war before becoming president or within an hour or whatever bullshit he was saying to everyone. Remember we said how stupid this was and how stupid anyone would have to be to believe him. Well, here's Mike Waltz, Donald Trump's incoming national security advisor, and this is what he's saying now.
Bravely, they certainly have taken a very noble and tough stand, but we need to see those manpower shortages addressed. This isn't just about munitions, ammunition, or writing more checks. It's about seeing the front lines stabilized so that we can enter into some type of deal.
President-elect Trump, of course, had said that he could have the war ended even before he took office. I assume that's not going to happen. We're just 8 days away from him being sworn in. What is the realistic time frame for at least a ceasefire in Ukraine? What do you think? What's the goal?
Well, we would like to see a ceasefire in any minute, any day. I think that would be a incredibly positive first step on both sides. And that would then allow us to enter into the framework of some type of negotiated solution here. Everybody knows that this has to end somehow diplomatically. I just don't think it's realistic to say we're going to expel every Russian from every inch of Ukrainian soil, even Crimea. President Trump has acknowledged that reality, and I think it's been a huge step forward that the entire world is acknowledging that reality.
So how many campaign promises has Donald Trump already backpedaled away from, and he's not even in the freaking White House yet? And for the record, he knew when he said he was going to be able to end the war before he became president that there was no way in hell he was going to be able to do that. He also knew that his potential cabinet members knew that. And his incoming National Defense Secretary knew it as well. But they all let him say it because they also know how dumb his supporters are. You guys fell for this shit in his first administration, and you're falling for it again. And it is all at the expense of every single freaking American person. It is so frustrating that we have to deal with these issues because of a bunch of low IQ people who believed these lies and went to the polls and voted for someone based on those lies. Now we're all going to pay for it. Instead of lowering your gas prices, he wants to buy Greenland. Instead of lowering your grocery prices, he wants to buy Canada. Instead of writing a great healthcare plan, he wants to take the Panama Canal. Instead of stopping the war in Ukraine, he wants to rename the freaking Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He has replaced all the things you guys thought were important with a bunch of nonsensical bullshit, and unfortunately, we're all going to pay for it. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.